We're recording right now live, and there is no special guest tonight. It's just your girl Anaya A. And the reason being is because I have been nonstop on the go, on calls, in meetings, just reflecting on the life that we're in presently. Hi, Athena Moore. Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you for your love that you're sharing with me presently. Listen, as you know, I've been fighting so hard for the country of Haiti, the country that my parents come from. And tonight is no different. I was just going to share that it's been such a difficult journey. It has been so much going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I don't know when you're going to see this, but if anybody wants to come on live with me this evening, I don't have any special guests, but you guys are my special guests. So if you want to come on and share any thoughts with your girl Anaya A, let me know and I'll definitely drop that link for all of you to participate this evening and share your thoughts, about what's going on around the world, what's going on in Haiti, what's going on locally, between the violence in Haiti, the violence in New York City, and just all over the world. Because let me tell you something, when we think it's our like little hubs and our communities, you'd be surprised to know that the violence is happening so much at such a rapid rate in so many different communities, and it is literally shaking me up every day. So tonight we're just going to talk about taking matters into our own hands and what does that look like for all of you. Again, it's your girl Anaya A. We're not going to be on here for too long due to the fact that I have to get in the bed. I will be your guest. Drop the link. Okay, I will drop that link. I have to be in the bed because I have production that I'm going into very soon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I've spoken about this before. Give me a minute, Malcolm, and I will drop that link. Be prepared any minute. You will be on. Haiti is in our hearts. Yes, we must continue to stay anchored and be the light around the country. I appreciate you so much, Athena, my dear. I really appreciate you and I love you. Haiti is literally my parents' homeland, and I have such an affinity and such a love and a passion for Haiti. Ever since I was a little girl, I have loved Haiti so much, and I cannot begin to express to all of you how this whole situation is so troubling. But a lot of people already know I've been fighting for this country for so long. And sometimes I feel like my cries have been unanswered. But with your support and your love, I know that I'm going to make it and we all are going to make it as well. Before I get to you, Malcolm, we have a special guest that wants to join us here. Let's see who this is. And then we'll take anybody else who wants to join us live. Athena, I really appreciate that. And I remember like a while ago, Athena, the local politicians wanted us to make a difference in our communities and they wanted to stand with me in regards to Haiti. And I'm ready to, revisit that topic and see what that looks like when it comes to our community. Rude le penser. I definitely try to accept you. Rude le penser. Je essayé accepter ton request et je ne sais pas. So that was me trying to speak my little French. Hey, okay. Somebody requested to go live with me on Instagram. We're live on Facebook and Instagram tonight, but they disappeared. So how do we take matters into our own hands, right? Number one, we're going to stay strong. We're going to stay positive in regards to Haiti, in regards to the crime and the violence that's happening worldwide. We cannot stop any of it. It is in my opinion that we cannot stop the tactics and the antics of the people. However, what we can do is we can do our part. We can give, we can share, we can love each other, and we can do those little things that make our community safer. What does that mean? In New York, MTA has a motto, see something, say something. That typically does not work very well in New York City, especially since it's kind of really dangerous in these parts. However, if you have a local institution that you can turn to for assistance, helping to protect the streets, then I would do that. I wouldn't necessarily go to the police department because obviously there's some issues there. However, we can definitely make an effort to go to local communities. Good evening, Darlene Armstead, sister. I'm so glad that you're on with me tonight. You can go to your local politicians and request for, security, walkthroughs. You can ask for volunteers in the community that like to keep our community safe and things of that nature. And I bet you, there are some willing and able bodies that may be able to assist in those arenas. Again, the police and me, we're like water and oil a little bit, because the police have a kind of bad reputation when it comes to trying to keep us safe. However, we can't say that all police officers are super bad, right? So I'm just saying, like, when it comes to our own neighborhoods, our own communities, let's find a way to share the love in our communities. And if you have any suggestions and things like that, feel free to definitely let your girl know, because at the end of the day, I'm always accepting suggestions, and I'm always asking people to let me know how you feel about certain situations so that we can do our due diligence and make the world go around. So besides that, right, we have people locally that have set up call lines. They have set up different programs. Additionally, there are, after school programs for children. Whether or not they're open presently, that's another story. But I will tell you why I'm sharing this as well this evening, right? So recently, I've noticed that there's like this new weird trend, in a bad way, by the way. This new trend happens to be like a lot of young people joining gangs and getting murked out, getting killed. Like, I just was on my phone, and sometimes these things make me sad when I see them, right? Because, like, really, a 13-year-old just got murdered, I think, today, right? In Brooklyn, I want to say there was a gang affiliation, something. And in the heart of Brooklyn, I want to say, or was it the Bronx? Either way, the B, okay, BB, there was a shooting and 3 young kids were murdered. This doesn't make sense to me. This does not make sense to me, that we have these constant shootings, and it's typically Black kids. It's not the average Jewish boy or girl. It's not the average Chinese man or woman or whatever. It is the Black children in the communities that are getting killed. What does that mean, right? Have anybody, or has anyone ever looked at what that means for the future? When the violence increases like this and the people are constantly killing each other and things of that nature, number one, the jails are getting filled even more with people that are going to prison for the shootings. And then you have the people that are kind of dead, which means the population is decreasing drastically. Like, do people think about these things, right? Do people sit down, or has anyone ever sat down and realized, like, the more shootings that happen is the more, like, the population decreases? And I sit around and I think about these things all the time. And the reason I do is because, like, every man, for example, hi, Norelia, John Ferry, muy okay, how are you, honey? Good to see you here live. Norelia, is that your first name or your last name, by the way? Okay, I don't know, but either way, it's a great name. What bothers me is, like, every man can theoretically produce like hundreds of kids, because the sperm count thing is like really super large or whatever. I don't know, right? Because I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I just play one on TV. But either way, when you have a man who can, produce a lot of sperm babies and things like that, then when you kill that man, you are killing off populations of people. And so when I analyze the situation as to what our future is going to theoretically look like, I get down and out, because I'm like, these are hundreds of little babies that are dying in a man's body, and they have nobody to reproduce with. Right, Athena? It definitely saddens me as well. I can't stand it to see these senseless murders. I'm tired. I'm physically drained. I'm emotionally drained. Thankfully, I'm not financially drained. I'm doing pretty well in that area. I wish I had more, though, because obviously the more money you have, the more power, although you have more problems as well. But I'm just saying. Okay, moving forward, let's talk about what we can do as far as solutions. I'm going to let you in, my friend from South Florida, Mr. Malcolm Harris Gowdy. I'm gonna let you in and join me because I know that you have a lot of great stuff to say. Tomorrow, Harlem Mothers Stop Another End to Violence Save is hosting an anti-violence community fun day promoting unity in the community 12 to 7 p.m. Okay, look at that, guys. We have an invite from 12 to 7 p.m. I definitely will be able to make that. I will love to see you again, Miss Athena. I will be there. Miss Athena, by the way, how did we do with the election? Here's the thing. I this year kind of was not as involved. I try to help out where I could this year, but all of my friends were running for office this year. I'm not going to lie. Like when you're in the public eye, when you're like a leader, when you're also constantly out and about, you make a lot of great friends. And in order for you to not top 3 of 13, woohoo! In order for me not to have any enemies, this year I did something that I have never done. Like I did not join any campaign directly. Then who won in your district? Please, please, please remind me. I was offered several jobs. I was also supposed to be working on several campaigns and I just couldn't do it. And the reason being is because, like I said, everybody I knew was running against each other this year and my heart was hurting. Still walking in faith. You got it, sister. My sister got that thing. Athena Moore is there, right there. She's here with us, and I'm praying that she has it because she is a great woman. She has her ideals, she has her faith, and most importantly, Miss Athena is in the community, hardworking. I never have seen Miss Athena not do her thing, literally helping the people and things of that nature. Okay, real quick, we're getting inbox messages. Dion, the Honorable Dion J. Powell is inboxing me. Dion, if you can hear this message, I suggest that you come on and share with me why I'm hurting your feelings. Okay, Dion, let's talk about it. If you all know Dion J. Powell, you'll know that he is in my inbox right now and he cracks me up. Honestly, that's my right-hand man for the Economic Crisis Initiative. And you're welcome. You are so welcome, my sister. Welcome to the AniYa show. For those that are watching, we're going to be on for just a few more moments as I have a lot to do. And I'm going to go to bed early tonight because I'm going into production very soon again. And I have to get my thoughts in order because what I'm experiencing is once in a lifetime. And I want to make sure that I have all of my rest. And furthermore, I wouldn't say this. When you go into production mode or when you get really busy, you have to be able to have adequate sleep so that your brain can process all the crap that you want to talk about and that you want to produce. And as a producer, I literally know that I have to remain steadfast because what I'm working on is really important to me and it will be very important to the community that I do a good job. Not a good job, a great job. So again, welcome to the AniYa show. And I'm here sharing my thoughts with you all as I know that all of you are going through things. But what we're talking about tonight is taking matters into your own hands. And Athena, you are so welcome, sister. Matter of fact, if you want to share anything publicly on this platform, Athena, I dropped that link. That's right here, the Zoom link for you, Athena. If you wanted to say anything, because you know, we've been fighting against this gun violence for years. Malcolm is supposed to be joining us, but I'm going to share that Zoom link again. If you, Athena, wants to join or anybody wants to join, that link is there. And I would love for you to say a few words, Athena, in regards to, you know, not just the campaign thing, but like our community thing, and the violence that we see on a daily basis. Hey, hey, we have our very special guest that's just joined us. Hi, Malcolm. And he just disappeared, but he'll be right back. Shout outs to you, Lean Daniel and Robert Joseph, my big brother, and my sister who called me from South Florida. I may be coming back to South Florida very soon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. All right. Hi, Malcolm.
How you doing, AniYa?
I'm good. I'm having a hard time hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Wow, you're pretty low, Malcolm. Do you want to turn up the volume a little bit?
Yeah, I'm turning on my volume on my computer.
Okay. I hope I'm not becoming senile because like my hearing
No,
may be going bad.
nah, you're good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Malcolm, talk to me. I see you're pretty active with me this evening. As you know, I'm talking about, taking matters into our own hands. I'm talking about community development and just being there for the people and things of that nature. And I wanted to know, how do you feel real quick about the crime that we're experiencing? Well, in your case, maybe you're not experiencing it as much as I am, as I live in the city. How is the crime rate on the Treasure Coast, real quick?
Um, it's it's bad. It's I don't know how to say how bad it is here on the Treasure Coast, but I know, in your neck of the woods in the NYC, I know it's pretty bad.
It's horrendous.
What are you what's your thoughts? And
Well, we have, myself and actually Athena Moore is online with us. Hold on. She says, real quick, appreciate offer, have another overlapping meeting. Will come on another time. Just wanted to extend support, reconnect again soon. Thank you. Thank you so much, Athena. I appreciate that, my love. I appreciate that. Yeah, so she'll be back on us with another time. I mean, on another time. At another time. Sorry, that's proper English. Whew, Lord have mercy. I'm so tired. You already know. So for me, Dion, sorry, you're Malcolm. I can't get it together tonight. You can tell I'm tired, right? So for me, Malcolm, what does that look like in regards to giving back and helping and things of that nature, or even, trying to reduce crime? Like I was sharing earlier, I cannot stop the crime from happening, right? All I can do is pray and try to stay as positive as possible on my end, Malcolm, because we are in disparaging times. I mean, people are hungry, they're hurting, and that's been happening, most of, our lives before we were born and things, but we're reaching a different level of insanity these days. And I feel like we have such easy access to guns. And I think, and ultimately, that is our biggest problem, because we have all of these, all of the access, to these, guns, these vehicles, I want to call them, into, hurting people or whatever. Then we're able to do things that we've never done before, which is have
Mhm.
access to murdering others very rapidly. Between these AKs, not the AK, sorority. I'm talking about the AKs, guns or whatever. Between the, these guns, these machine guns and things like that, and these handguns, we are outnumbered. It seems like, because like in every gun, you have, a lot of bullets that you can fire off, especially when it comes to these big old AKs. And here's another thing that I want to share. Why in the hell do regular citizens even need so many guns? Why do regular citizens need machine guns or guns that are typically utilized in war? This is the biggest crisis that we have. And due to the fact that America is pro gang, pro war, pro killing, pro fighting, because obviously that's how America was started, then we'll always see these types of things taking place. That's just my thought. How about you?
When I say, I was gonna say, when we take matters in our own hands, we gotta do it in a positive way and not a negative way. We gotta be a change that God wants us to be.
Right.
We gotta do it positively and not negatively.
Okay.
Not just by the word,
Absolutely.
not just by the words we say. It's action. It's like it's like in the word it says, you gotta follow the golden rule. Do unto others as they would do unto you. You have to do it in a positive way, not a negative way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing, how do we stay positive during such critical times?
In positive times, praying is one thing you can do. Um, Read devotionals. Um, read like find inspirational quotes that inspire you. Um, don't listen to negativity, because when you
Right.
feed negativity, that's when you're gonna start thinking these thoughts. but you got to make sure you think positively and not let the enemy creep into your mind and and make you think, oh, you're powerless, you're not this, you're not that. So
Right.
you got to have that, you got to let the spirit um win at the end of the day and not the flesh.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what would you like to say to those that feel like praying has not helped them, or they're tired of praying because they haven't seen any resolve, they haven't seen any type of change? What would you like to say to that person tonight that's watching?
I would say to that person, keep on praying. At some point, God will answer your prayer, and He may not answer you right away. It's going to take time. So I would just say keep praying, keep believing, and just believe. And and write affirmations daily. Post it on your walls. Say to yourself,
Right.
you know, yes, I can, I will, I conquer. Do those things.
Absolutely, positively. I mean, at the end of the day, affirmations are really great, actually, too, because when you think something, you can actually manifest it through the power of thinking and realizing that it can be possible. Like, I want to be a multimillionaire. And again, I like to share it's not for selfish reasons, it's so that I can have a little more say so, a little more power, and a lot more influence because people tend to listen to you a lot more when you're rich. Welcome, 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 my new people that are joining us from Instagram. Gregory Roberts is live with us on IG. I'm now talking to Malcolm Gowdy Harris, or Malcolm Harris Gowdy. I always mix it up. Which one is it, Malcolm?
You had it right the second time. It's Harris Gowdy, not Gowdy
Harris
Harris. Flip.
Gowdy. One day I will get it together. Well, this is my friend, my dear friend and confidant. He is on the Treasure Coast of South Florida. He's a brilliant young man. He has a memory like you would not believe, and his story is so powerful how he's overcome. Well, Malcolm, let's change the tempo because I know, thank you so much, Gregory Roberts. I know without a doubt you have been pushing hard on the Treasure Coast. Let's talk about taking matters into your hands, right? Because that's what you
Mhm.
do on a daily basis. You are the type of person that others can learn from because you never let anything bring you down or stop you, stop
Nope.
your flow, stop your desire to be great and to be an innovator, an excuse me, an influencer, and you have just been pushing and pushing and pushing. So, talk to us about some of the things that you're working on now on the Treasure Coast or throughout South Florida, for example.
So, um, what I'm working on right now, as you know, Anaya, I am actually doing a podcast.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this podcast. It's called Brave New Town. So I'm interviewing different sports figures. I did Mac Hollins of the Miami Dolphins. I'm doing Lee Corso next week again. The file I did when I recorded with Lee Corso got corrupted, so Special Olympics has me redoing the interview with him next week.
Okay. You're doing an interview next week. Real quick, let's shout out Jury Dumas. Jury, I would love for you to jump on here, Jury, as well. Jury Dumas is a leader in our community. He's a brother. We have not spoken in weeks. It feels like forever. Jury, jump on the Zoom. So that is really, really great. Congratulations, Malcolm. And how do you feel about that? Hi, Jury. Jump on with me on Zoom. We have to talk to you. Go ahead.
It's awesome, Anaya. I appreciate that. And you know that next summer we have USA Games for Special Olympics. That's huge. Um,
Huge.
you're going to have over 5,000 athletes from around the country and the Caribbean joining Special Olympics in this big humanitarian event in Orlando. I would love for you to be a part of it.
Oh my God, please get me there. Like, how do we do that? Do I have to have a ticket? How do I
Yeah.
get to be a part of such
So,
an elite and amazing event?
so this is what you can actually do, Anaya, and I would love for your listeners to know as well. You can go to the Special Olympics USA Games.org website, and you can actually you can actually register to be a volunteer because they're going to need volunteers for this event. It's going to be over 50,000 volunteers.
Okay.
So if you go to the SpecialOlympicSUSAGames.org website and you register to volunteer, you just sign up, and there you go.
Awesome
So
blossom.
we have different. So we're gonna have guest ambassadors to Charlie DeMillo, to Johnny Damon, to Andre Dawson, to Austin Matthews, to John Morant, Lin Manuel Miranda, Ellen DeGeneres, Shonda Rhimes, Brie Larson,
What?
Warren Sapp, Dan Marino, Grant Hill, Robert Irvine,
Amazing.
Matthew McConaughey.
What?
Brandon
All of those people
Beals.
are coming to the Special Olympics next year, right?
Yes, next summer, June 5th to June 12th, 2022 in Orlando.
In Orlando, Florida. Well, I'm super excited for this Special Olympics season coming up. I pray we don't get hit with another strain of this coronavirus situation. Obviously, sorry, I'm
You
fixing
got the
my
Delta
hair.
variants going on right now out there too.
Absolutely. There's all these variants, but I don't even believe these people. I'm not gonna lie to you. These people be lying. I swear they just make stuff up. But whatever. We know that a lot of people were taken from us this past year. But we don't anticipate many more deaths in Jesus' name. Amen. But
Hallelujah.
at the end of the day, what we can do is just try to stay as safe as possible. That's a tongue twister. Stay as safe as possible
And
each and every day,
just so
because
you know,
at
my
the end of the
friend,
day, that's all we can do. What were you
right?
gonna say, Malcolm?
I was gonna say, I'm I'm back working too, as well.
Still at the hospital?
No.
Oh, you're at a whoa. Tell us about your new job.
Okay, so
And I'm sorry it's so loud here, by the way. Welcome to the city
all
life.
good. It's all good. It's part of the territory. So any housers, I do food service worker with Aramark.
You do what?
Food service worker.
Okay.
So I do it at Met Stadium.
What?
I've been doing it now for 6 months.
Congratulations.
I love it. So I do the San Jose Mets home games, and I worked just this past week. They had their home they had their home series against Fort Myers, and they actually split the 6 game series. They ended up
Wow.
going 3-3. They lost yesterday afternoon's heartbreaking game. They lost 13-9 after they were they were down by 5 runs.
Wow. Amazing. Are you there, Malcolm? Malcolm seems to have froze up. Welcome to the AniYa show. I see a lot of new friends. Jean Kruger. I say Naldo, como no ye, Naldo. I see Kaz Bats. I see Noriella again. Rudle. And Jean Manuel. Okay, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Yes, Malcolm, you froze up for a minute. Talk to me.
Okay, I'll say it again. So I just did their recent home series against Fort Myers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Saturday night was really the busiest night. They had fireworks. It was military appreciation night. So the Mets players were wearing special jerseys where people could bid on the Live Source app through yesterday at 11:59. That's when it ended. So yeah, I actually love what I do. I get to so what my responsibilities are is I sanitize the concession stand.
Okay.
I I sanitize the concession stand at home plate and left field.
Wow. Look at you, Malcolm. That's a
And
big step from working at the hospital all those years.
yeah. So Saturday I was at the game and I saw Darren. You remember
You saw
Darren?
who?
You remember Darren?
I don't know if I remember Darren. I think we lost Malcolm again. Malcolm, you froze up, doll. All right, as we wait for Malcolm to show back up, welcome to everybody that's tuning in tonight on the AniYa show. We're going to get back into the swing of things. As you all know, we've been really busy, really busy. There's Darren. Oh, there's Malcolm again. Real
Okay.
quick, who is Darren again? Remind me.
Okay. Darren used to be with Special Olympus, St. Lucie, but now he's with Employee.
He's with who?
Employee. It's an agency that helps people with disabilities with employment.
Amazing. Did he help you get your job or no?
No, actually, Vogue Rehab helped me get the job.
Who helped you?
Vogue Rehab.
You go ahead, Malcolm. Well, congratulations on
So,
that.
and not only that, what happened too was on the San Lucie Mets Facebook page, they posted that they were looking for they're looking for cooks, for cashiers, they're looking for bartenders, they're looking for food service workers. So I applied. I also looked on their Facebook page, the special, San Lucie Mets Facebook page. So there was a site on there that I clicked on, and actually Casey Blair, who's the assistant general manager, posted it on there. So I applied through the Airmark website, and it was something that wasn't like, okay, I'm going to start in 2 weeks. It was something that was on the spot.
It was something that was right away.
Yeah, it was right away.
Congratulations. Woo!
Yeah.
Malcolm, you are such an inspiration, as you've always known. And this is honestly just the very beginning for you, because at the end of the day, you're in actually the place you want to be. You may not be, hosting and doing the commentaries today, but
Next
I feel like
year,
soon.
actually, I'll be doing the commentary next year, but because with all the COVID
Yep.
restrictions and protocols, the radio announcer has to be away from everybody. And I actually get to see him when I'm working. And I saw him a few weeks ago when I was at work because there was a wedding at the stadium before the game.
A wedding at the stadium?
Yeah.
Let me guess, they really love baseball, these people.
Yeah, they love their baseball. I get to see people that I know from church, from Special Olympus, and it. I've done a really tremendous job, and everybody there loves what I do. All the employees are very friendly. The environment is just a lot of fun. They look out for me so well. I mean, like, for example, um, like they'll ask me to get them items like ketchup and relish and mustard, and I really don't have an issue getting it to them. Or they ask me to fill their buckets, I do it.
I am so excited for where the future is going with you, Malcolm. And you know what? It's that personality, it's that energy, and more than likely, it's your enthusiasm that's going to keep you there and
I love
help
my
you.
manager too, actually, too. My manager is really chilled, laid back. She's born the same year as me. Um,
Wow.
she so there's been a few times where my manager like sees me as she's walking around. And this was like the other day. So I'm doing my job and I'm sanitizing the concession like I'm supposed to, and she walks like past, like she checks to see if everybody's good with supplies and everything like that. So she checks. So she walks past me and she sees me saying hi to someone. And my manager is like, she's like, Malcolm, how do you know everybody? And I just told her, you know, in a nice way, I'm popular.
Okay. Uh-huh. And what happened?
And then she was being funny. She's like, yeah, she was being funny. And then another one of the employees, his name is Mike. He's like, how does Malcolm know everybody? I just told him
Wow.
I'm popular. And it's because of what you're saying tonight, because of my personality.
Absolutely.
Just,
Your positive energy. I
yeah.
love it. And right now we have another special guest. OMG. We are being blessed with Mr. Jury Dumas, it looks like. Hold on. I think he's joining us. Hey,
Hello,
Jerry.
hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Jerry.
everyone. So sorry for the viewers. You can see I am in my car and my job is right over there. So
Okay.
I told them I'm gonna just grab something from my car just to say hi and to
Oh,
request some tickets. So hi.
hi. It's so good to see you, Jerry. We haven't seen each other in so long or
Yes,
spoken either.
I know. So sorry I don't have enough time. So good job, and my brother, good job. From the hospital to the stadium, I think that's a great step, huge step, dog. Therefore, so keep it up, and then next year we're gonna hear you with all the radio show
Yes.
and the game and explain us what's going on. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye, Jerry. We have to follow up about Haiti soon, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna keep watching on Facebook, but sorry I cannot stay. Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'm shutting down now. Good
Bye bye.
night. Well, you know what? Malcolm just stepped away real quick. I'm so glad that Jerry got a chance to come in and say a quick hello. Malcolm stepped away. Malcolm, come on back over here, Dollface, because we're about to shut it down. Malcolm, he just shouted you out and said, great job. He heard everything that you were working on. So he said, great job to you. And yeah, I'm so excited that Jerry got a chance to jump in with us real quick. And listen, I'm going to do my due
Tell
diligence.
Jerry and I said I appreciate it very much.
Okay, more than likely he's back on listening now. He was in his vehicle, so he jumped in and out real quick. But Jerry is a great supporter, a great friend, and we love Jerry and all of the great work he's doing. He's our liaison for our activism work that we do under Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton, and he's a community leader as well. He heard everything that you're working on, and he looks forward to hearing your show and your voice all over the nation. Well, in Florida predominantly, and then all
Well,
over the nation.
I was gonna say, if you want to listen to my latest episode I did with Matt Collins on the Miami Dolphins, you can go to Special Olympus Florida YouTube page.
Send that. You should post it on the page for sure, because
I
for me to
will.
go and find everything, oh, my schedule has been nuts. I've been on calls and, like I said, in meetings consecutively. Shout outs to Pastor Reverend Daniel Ulysses and the rest of the Haitian community that I have been around the clock working with. My big brother, Master B. We spoke today. I'm excited that we're going to be doing some great work together. And Boss Benz, let me just shout out Boss Benz. And now he's a super great guy. He has such great connections and contacts, and we will be working together very soon, God willing. And yeah, for all the people that are out there that are doing great work, especially in the activism world, keep up the great work. It's so hard with everything going on, but we just have to stay positive. Wouldn't you agree, Malcolm?
Absolutely, my friend. I I totally agree with you 100%.
Excellent, excellent. With that being said, we're not going to be on here much longer. We're about to shut it down, Malcolm. The reason being is, again, because I have worn myself thin, running, 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 running.
You're running on fumes,
Yes,
as you'd like to say.
that's it. And I almost canceled this evening because I started to not feel good because of something that I ate. And the hubby was like, you
Oh
just eat some
no.
strange stuff. And I was like, it was so good. And I didn't realize at the time that it may not have been the best thing to have for dinner, but it was
Probably
so
didn't
good.
agree with you.
Exactly. So I almost canceled, but I'm glad I didn't cancel because look at that. We had you on, we had Jerry come on. Jerry, we're so happy that you came on tonight. And of course, we know that whatever we talk about will always impact somebody's life for the better and for the
Oh, I was gonna say before we shut down,
uh-huh.
when I did my recording with Lee Corso, he said I did such a tremendous job that he would he would let ESPN know when I would get a job with them. And
Wow, look at that.
I'm actually gonna be an announcer for USA games next summer because I'm on the board of directors too.
You better go ahead, Malcolm. I'm telling you, you're in the right place in the right time and in the right season as well. So I know your future is super bright and super amazing. And as for us here, we're always going to support you wherever we are around the globe, nationwide, here on the
And
AniYa
also,
Show.
Anaya, also I have a YouTube, I also have a YT channel that I would like for you to subscribe to as well and comment on it, because I also do my own sports reports. So type in on YouTube Sportscaster 89, 89 spelled out.
There you have it,
Not the
folks.
number, 89 spelled out. So,
Post it, post it, post it.
yeah, I'll post that too.
Yeah,
Oh,
post
yeah,
it and share it.
I post it on my Facebook page all the time.
There you go. You know, it's been hard to keep up because you're so busy, and I am as well, Malcolm. But post it, post it, post it, and we'll be sure to subscribe and definitely show love and support. Sound good? Oh, can't hear you. Malcolm, can't hear you. Uh-oh, we froze.
Say all that one more time, Anaya. I was I wasn't hearing you.
Oh yeah. So I was just saying, make sure you share all that. We've been very busy here, but we will definitely support any way we can. And literally, here's more negative news coming up on my page. People getting beat up and just a lot of chaos throughout the city. Oh, what can we do? God help us. Yeah. So post, share, and we'll definitely try our best to follow up, stay in touch, and make sure we continue to watch whenever it's possible with this crazy schedule of mine. But also keep Haiti in prayer, keep me in prayer, Malcolm, as I keep you in prayer, and the community, because we are going through a tremendous battle presently.
And the church, oh yeah, and the church I go to yesterday, they celebrated 5 years of when they launched their campus yesterday.
Oh, what's the church?
I go to Christ Fellowship and Tradition. So they celebrated 5 years when they launched their campus in Tradition yesterday. Their birthday was on Saturday, so they actually recognized the people that started originally 5 years ago. And the senior pastor, Pastor Tom Mullins, was there yesterday, and I actually got my picture with him yesterday.
Awesome. Well,
I love this
congratulations.
church that I go
My
to.
mom, I think my mom attends that church. It's a pretty large church in
I
Tradition.
love it, and I've been going there for 2 years. And I'm also a greeter, so I serve the 1145, and I also am a part of young adults. We actually do young adults at Stewart campus on Thursdays.
So you are super busy, Malcolm.
This month we're doing the Book of James the entire month of July.
J for James. How about that?
Yep, you know James was Jesus' brother on Joseph's side. Did you know that?
Absolutely. James is one of my favorite books too. So we have that in common as well.
Yeah, so that's what we're studying for the month of July, the whole entire month. So we're doing the whole Book of James. Um, so I'll be going to young adults on Thursday at Stewart campus. That's where that's where we do young adults. So it's gonna be. Oh, you're sharing your screen.
Yeah, because we're about to shut it down. But I was listening to what you had to say about the book of James, but we're gonna follow up with that later. Keep us
Yeah, we'll follow that.
posted
Sure.
because it's about that time. Like I said, I am super zonked out. I'm running on fumes. But I was gonna wait until you were done, but you realized I was gonna share my screen. So here it is. We're gonna follow up for sure, but this is our time. And Malcolm, we have to stay positive, again, stay focused, and continue to work together. For all those that tuned in tonight, thank you so much for your love and your support. Malcolm, let's talk about the book of James later, offline.
Yeah.
And for everybody, have a blessed night. And we'll see you again very soon. We love you.
Love you, my friend.
Love you, my friend. Thank you, Malcolm.
You got Anaya. Tell your hubby I said hello,
Will do. And your family too, Malcolm.
I will. You got it.
All right.
Ciao, my friend.
Ciao. We're gonna I can't believe this did it on its own. Oh my God, weird. Good night, everybody. Have a great one, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now, my people. Later.